Hi, best way to do this one is to quickly sketch the polygon's corner, and we know the interior angle is 162. So the exterior angle, which you know I call the Dalek angle, because it's what the Dalek would have to turn through to get around a corner, would be 18 degrees. So the number of sides is just 360 divided by 18, and that gives us 20 corners. For this one, we could draw the diagram, but it's straightforward. The even numbers that are multiples of 3 is just the 6 times table. So that's that one and that one. So that's just 12 and 18. Everything in A and everything in B is all the even numbers. So that's 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Plus any multiples of 3 that we've missed out, which is only 15. And then things which are not in A is anything which is not an even number, so that's 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. For question 4, we take 4x from each side and we get minus 13 equals 17 plus 4x. Some people like to write that the other way around. So a flip sometimes makes things look easier. Get rid of plus 17, we minus 17. We get 4x equals minus 30. So x equals minus 7.5. For 720 is a product of its prime factors. You can do the split whichever way you like. I'm going to do 72 into 2 times 36 into 2 times 18 into 2 times 9 into 3 times 3. And then the 10 into 2 times 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 2s. 1, 2 3s, and a 5. Now to make it into a square number, well that's already square and that's already square and that's not. So we're going to need to times it by 5. And that would then give us 2 to the 4 times 3 squared times 5 squared, which must be a square number because it's the square of 2 to the 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, prices are going up by 8%, so the multiplier is £1.08. So we do 425 times 1.08 equals £4.59 or $4.59. Now, this is the reverse multiplier that people keep missing. We started off with an unknown price. We times it by 1.08 and we got £9.45, rather $9.45. So Mr. Donnelly's method would say, well, that's 1.08x equals 9.45. So x equals 9.45 divided by 1.08, which is £8.75. Some people would just say to undo a times by 108, you divide by 108, and some people would say, well, the original price was 100%. When you've increased it, it goes up to 108%. So 108% is 9.45. Divide by 108 to get 1% times by 100. Okay, so to find the area of the triangle, we're going to half of base times height. There's no need to get anything clever with sines and cosines. So we've got that little Pythagoras triangle. If we do 7.5 squared minus 6 squared and square root it, we get that measurement there. which is 4.5. So the area is a half of, well, two 4.5s make 9 times 6. 9, 6, 54, half of that is 27. Now you could have found the angle using trig and then used a half AB sine C, but it's not that kind of question really. Okay, whenever we've got groups of people, the thing to do is to work out the total. So we've got 10 people. The mean weight is 79.2. So altogether, they must have weighed 792 kilograms. The 3 people that got out are 3 people who have a mean weight of 68. So that gives us 204. So what's left is 592, take away that, which is 588. And then if we divide by 7 to find the mean, let's do it on the calculator, we get a mean of 84 kilograms. Now for this one, we've got t to the 9 divided by t to the 3. You might write it that way, but either way we subtract the indices and we get t to the 6. W to the 5 times by w to the 7 equals, we add the indices, w to the 12. 5xy squared cubed, and most people got this right, but the ones who got it wrong all got the 5 wrong. Well, 5 cubed, look, is 125. So the 5 cubed gives us 125. X cubed is x cubed. And y squared cubed, we times the indices, is y to the 6. I hope if you got that wrong, you are suitably kicking yourself. Well, if you do 22 meters in a second, you'd do 60 times as much in a minute. And you'd do 60 times as much in an hour. And then to change that into kilometers, we get 79.2 kilometers per hour. So in this one, Tom is now 15 years old. 3 years ago, Tom was 12 years old. So then the ratio of the ages was Tom to Clemmy was 2 to 7. Tom was 12 years. So 2 shares equals 12. 1 share equals 6. So at that time, Clemmy was 7 sixes or 42. So now, 3 years later, he's 45.